All right, today we dive into the last pre-draft study ball that I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to dive into Dillon Gabriel, quarterback from Oregon. Obviously bounced around through college, but finished up at Oregon. Had a great year this year. A lot to like about him. Smaller guy, very compact in his motion. I thought at the combine, the pace on his football was better than any of the other guys on the shorter to intermediate throws, which I think surprised me for sure and surprised a lot of people with his size, but good pace on the football on those underneath type throws. Now, it's the challenge of the deeper throws. And I thought at the combine, the deeper throws got away from him a little bit as you have to create and generate more power to throw those balls. Obviously, it's more difficult to be efficient. So something I wanted to look at on tape, and I thought it was kind of up and down on tape. Shows that he can make those throws, as we're going to see today, but also had some problems pushing the ball down the field, and his accuracy started to diminish a little bit on those throws. Now again, everybody diminishes as they throw the ball further down the field, but I thought it was a little bit more dramatic with Dillon. But there is a lot to like. His efficiency, getting the ball out, his accuracy on those underneath throws were all really, really good things. So we're going to dive into their first game against Ohio State during the regular season and take a look. All right, so diving in here with Dillon Gabriel. Now, know that he's good on the underneath stuff. I'm really trying to see, does he pass up some shots down the field? Does he attack down the field to stay underneath? Or is he willing to take all the different shots down the field? So this is a play that we call bullets right here. All right? Not a fan of the course, but what we're trying to do is get this linebacker in man-to-man to come downhill and hope that we can throw this up over the top of him. No safety help as this guy's working to the middle of the field. And so right here, I think he's got a shot, right? His receiver or running back is running a 40-yard dash while this linebacker comes downhill and has to turn and try to match to him. I think there's a shot to lay that football out there, and you see he beats him right on this point. Already coming down. Now there's some pressure. They bring kind of a late blitz. I'm not sure. This looks like it should be picked up, but I'm not sure how they're dealing with this. So getting down quickly to the underneath throw. Now it gets knocked away, but I still think it's a good throw if the defender's not there. So just trying to gauge his willingness to put the ball down the field. Now these are the things that he's really good at. Very compact, very accurate on the underneath throws. Sees it, sees the corner off, boom, ball's out of his hands. And again, you see the good pace on those underneath throws. And the pace is obviously important, even on underneath throws, getting the ball into your playmaker's hands as quickly as possible. How quick does it leave your hand and get to the receiver without having to throw it 100 miles an hour? And that's what we call pace. Using your body, flipping the ball out of there, but a good pace, firm but soft type throw to your receiver. All right, love it. What we're talking about. I want to see these second level type throws. Now, I'm not sure what Ohio State's doing here. They've got a safety going back here. Nobody in the middle of the field. Almost as if they're trying to run some sort of inverted cover two. We get this safety or this corner here in a bind. Tack the middle of the field. There's nobody back there in the middle of the field. I like it. Good pace. One hitch. Ball. Plenty of velocity. Boom. Sticks it on him right down the middle of the field for a big play. I like the process. You guys know I talk a lot about process. So they go to a 4 strong and they run what I call F post. So this guy out of the backfield running a post. So the idea is we're going to look at this post first. Okay, we're going to read the inside backer here first. If he leaves and chases the shallow, we're going to look to the post. If we don't have that, we're going to pop our eyes backside and we're going to have a high-low with the in and shallow on the backside. So we come out. Okay, they drop this defensive end right here. Clouds this whole thing up. Doesn't look good here, and you're going to watch him pop his feet. Boom, I like it. Balanced back up, attacking that throw on the backside. Again, I think he makes another pretty good throw right here. Just good coverage on the back end, but accurate throw, and I like the process. I don't like it because the guy's popping out. Efficient back, not a lot of wasted movement. We make a nice throw on the back end. All right. I like it. Okay, this is the stuff we wanted to see, the second level throws, the go throws. Now, all these guys have the arm strength to make a go throw. But again, you want to see the pace on the ball. Backside hash. So a far side throw on the double move. Nice ball, good air, doesn't die, gives this guy a chance. Boom, another big play right there. So, it's one of those cautions. You go to the combine, you see some certain things, you wonder about it. How does it play out? How does it relate to playing football? And again, I saw at times the deep ball could get away from him a little bit, but you've already seen early in this tape his ability to push the ball down the field and make the big plays that you want your quarterback to make. Another one, far hash. Going to have to throw a quick fade right here. Good pace on the ball. Gets right to his guy. Boom. We get a touchdown on that. So far side throw, and there's the pace I'm talking about. Within 15, 20 yards, as good as anybody I saw at the combine, which means something, okay? Being able to press the ball and have a firm throw on the ball so the ball gets to your receiver very, very quickly, because that was a quick up and down from the backside hash throwing a quick fade. Not a problem. All right, I like it. Come back. Nice little pocket presence, bouncing up, holding in the pocket again. Wants to take this deep one down the field. You see kind of a little pump fake right there. Not sure if that guy's reading it because he's lined up to throw the ball over here while his guy goes back to the post. So I'm not really sure, but you're going to see him pull it back, boom, and then just flip the ball out. Nice second level throw, and again, right on the money. You see the compact delivery and accuracy on that chunk throw. That's one thing I love about him is his compact delivery. Smaller guy, being able to stay compact, not have a long motion, and still make these throws. There's the timing and anticipation. Got to have it when you don't have a cannon arm. Back foot. Flips it out there, boom, ball right on the money, 2 yards from the sideline. Can't draw it up any better. And again, backside hash, front side throw. Okay, we got another deep ball here. Coming there, has to slide a little bit. Backside 45, gets everything into it. Nice accurate throw down the field. Wide side throw again. I like it. And you love the accuracy. Even on the deep throws, great accuracy on the football. All right. And just here, just trying to figure out the read on this one. Post. Corner, it's a play that everybody runs, a play I call Poco. You got your shot right out here. Not sure what he's looking at here, if he's thinking maybe he's got a shot at this post with his backside safety. But with that safety high, posts are hard to get. Love to see him just lay that out to the corner route, get stuck here. Escapes. And again, has enough mobility to make some plays with his legs, just not going to be able to live in that world. Again, was that one of those that, hey, a little late coming to the corner, do I feel comfortable making that second level throw a little bit late? Okay. Talk about the double slant all the time. Boom, boom. Seeing it pre-snap. This guy's tucked inside. This guy's in an off position. Really like the outside slant. That's what I'm trying to hit. I just want to verify that this guy's circled. Just chases inside a little bit. Just holds on the inside slant and take the outside slant. I hate forcing the inside slant. So here we force it. The guy's got inside leverage. There's the easy throw to the outside on double slant. Yeah, we might be able to hit this to the inside, but it's not what we're, at least when I'm throwing double slant, it's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to hit the outside slant. I'm trying to use this inside receiver to take up the inside linebacker or that hook defender right there so I can throw the outside slant instead of forcing it in here because it's so easy to do this. Sit inside leverage and then drive on the throw, and now it makes it a bang-bang type throw. Okay, so those reads. I've seen a couple reads where you're like, okay, I want to see growth in that area as you move on. Easy to come back and hit your number one guy Okay, all these guys can do that. Now can you process? When that guy's taken away, get to the next guy. See the little things that you have to see if you're going to have to be a pocket passer. Okay, I like it right here. Got a little pylon concept. Pylon, corner, flat. We're going to read this guy right here. If he turns his hips and goes deep at all, we're going to try to hit that window here off the flat defender. Nice job. Backside hash has to slide up. Makes a far side corner throw. Okay, dies on him a little bit right here. But I like the movement. I like the read off of the corner. And I like the ability to fit it in that window. Okay, I always like to look at hot situations. Okay, what's the hot situation? How are you going to get this out? Not an easy look right here, because Ohio State brings this guy to make us hot, then drops this guy out right underneath our guy. So what are you going to do? Okay, where's your hot throw? Okay, it comes quick. Nice job avoiding and making a positive play. All right, so again, a little bit there to be able to, buy a little bit of time, dive back up inside, and get us a positive play with what could have been a negative. He's also not taking a chance. He's able to see that guy popping out, not throw it right into his chest. But I like to see how these guys handle pressure. Can they beat it with a throw? Can they make the right decision? Can they create a positive play? Again, compact delivery. Come out, got a little choice route right here against cover 2. Corner, linebacker, we got to split those two guys. We got to get the ball out quick. I like the compact position that he's in. Knees bent. Boom. Quick, out of his hands, on his receiver, protecting him, putting it on his body, protecting him from that outside guy. These are little things that pertain to accuracy, right? Being able to stop a receiver when there's a guy in front of him, accuracy. Being able to put it on a certain shoulder, accuracy. Not just completing the ball, but how do you throw the ball? Where do you throw the ball? All right, here's a hot situation. Coming out is a slight roll to the right-hand side. He sees it, stops, flips his hips, lays the ball out. I like it. Have a plan and be able to get there. Good quick feet, ability to turn and line up, make an accurate throw. Okay, so these are the ones, and again, hard on everybody, but got the pressure in your face, generate the power to the outside. You see this ball takes a long time to get there. Have to have that ability at the next level, no matter who you are, is when things aren't clean and you can't fully step into it and get your power created. Can you make these kinds of throws? And he makes a throw and he gets it there. It just takes a long time to get there. And that's maybe the biggest question that you have with the Dillon Gabriel, with a smaller of stature. Can he create that kind of power when he doesn't have the perfect world? Does he have that in him? And again, we've seen some good throws in this game. I watched some other games where he struggled a little bit with that and being accurate down the field. And then that one there, generating that power when you can't step into the throw, because there's going to be lots of times you can't step into it at the NFL level. Okay? And again, attacking down the field. All right, so they're running kind of what I call a pig or dig combination, kind of a double dig with the guy underneath. Love to see the anticipation here and just kind of lay this into the window, get this safety to jump there. There it is. Anticipate and throw it right into that window. Now, not easy. I'm going to say that with the quarter safety here. It's not easy. You anticipate, and that guy's just sitting there. You want to see him move before you throw it. So maybe you say, it's a little bit hard to anticipate and throw that. I'd like to see a little bit better spacing, but comes down underneath. I want to see him be able to press the ball down the field. Now this, again, I see this, through this a lot, so I understand this play, but I'm not saying it's easy when you've got a guy sitting in here, and if you anticipate and let it go and he doesn't chase the inside one, put the ball in harm's way, maybe put your receiver in harm's way. So not a big negative, but these are just the things that I like to see when I'm watching him and go, okay, I want to see you push the ball down the field when the opportunities are there. Okay, here's one. I like it. Come down. I'm not fully sure the concept here, but we're going to go here, and then he's going to break to the inside. Going to get this linebacker to push over on this next guy with whatever route he's doing. Come back, step in, boom. Hit that nice little window. I like it. There's the pace that we're talking about on these types of throws. Underneath, intermediate area. I think he does a nice job of having good pace on the football, beating the safety right there for the big play. So there's a look at Dillon Gabriel. And we see in this tape, there's a lot of things to like. Obviously, he had his team at number one a lot of the season. Very accurate, efficient on those underneath things, getting the ball out of his hands. I think he's got good footwork to balance up, which is always key when you have to be more of a pocket passer. You have to be a guy that gets the ball out quick. So I like all those parts of his game. In this tape, we saw a lot of really good throws down the field, accurate with good pace. Wasn't always that way in all the tapes that I watched. A lot of the tapes were a lot of dink and dunk stuff underneath and not as much efficiency down the field. So that's the one thing that I'm paying attention to with whoever grabs him, because somebody's going to grab him. He had a great college career, very efficient, put up a lot of yards and a lot of touchdowns, won a lot of football games. So all of those things are positives. Now it just comes down to the physical traits. Does he have the physical traits to translate into a starter in the National Football League? Is he that guy? Being a lefty, a little bit smaller guy, can remind you a little bit of Steve Young with the way he plays, that efficiency. But again, it's all to me about second-level chunk throws when you're going to play in the NFL, and not just the ability to make them physically, but the efficiency to make them over and over and over again. That's what separates you. If you don't have that ability, then you're probably a backup at best in the National Football League. Maybe a guy that can come in and spell and do some good things, but not more of a career backup than you're going to be an all-time starter if you can't make those times of throws. So that to me is what I'm looking for with Dillon Gabriel moving forward. But as with all of these guys, kind of finishing up my series, as with all of these guys, I think there's a lot to like about all of these quarterbacks. Things that you can grab a hold of. All good college quarterbacks that had success. Now, what flavor do you like? What are you looking for within your offense? Who do you maybe think has the biggest upside that you can take a chance on of that second tier group of quarterbacks? That's what I'm paying attention to when we get to the draft. I think you're going to see Cam Ward obviously go high. I think Shedeur Sanders is going to go fairly high. And then it's going to be interesting to see who runs to the table for all of these other guys.